Well, for more than a year, Donald Trump has been embroiled in multiple federal and state criminal cases, but all of that is now set to change and will the moment he takes office.
For starters, the president-elect has said he wants to fire special counsel Jack Smith immediately after taking office, although discussions are already underway within the Justice Department on how to potentially wind down those federal cases. Rick Pildes joins us now. He's a constitutional law professor at New York University's School of Law. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
If Trump follows through and fires Jack Smith, does that mean the end of the federal cases?
It does mean the end of the federal cases. And as you reported, the Justice Department is going to pull the plug on those cases well before Donald Trump actually is inaugurated in January. So I don't think he will be in the position of firing Jack Smith. There are also state criminal prosecutions pending of former President Trump, President-elect Trump now. And those cases are going to be brought to a halt. They'll either be voluntarily brought to a halt, or the federal courts will say a prosecution of the sitting president is inconsistent with the Article 2 powers of the Constitution.
Easy to forget considering the country just elected him president, but Trump has yet to be even sentenced for his conviction here in New York City. How might his reelection change that potential sentencing? It was always doubtful that he was ever going to face actual jail time, correct?
It was pretty unlikely he would face jail time. He's certainly not going to be while he is president of the United States by any state court or state judge.
What does this mean for after? Could any of the cases pick back up? Could a sentence for that particular case that we're discussing be frozen, put on hold until after? I mean, what are the machinations of this?
In theory, I guess it could be, but the idea that we'd be talking about, prosecutions or sentencing in 2029 we're now talking about, I think that's all pretty unlikely.
Some of the January 6 defendants are trying to give themselves more time into the Trump presidency. He's downplayed what happened there. He's downplayed the crimes that the accused have been accused of. Could the Justice Department get involved now in a Trump presidency to expunge those charges?
Well, he, of course, has the pardon power, and he could pardon anybody who's been convicted. He could commute their sentences to shorter sentences. He doesn't need the Justice Department. He has that power himself. He may ask the Justice Department to look into some of these prosecutions. But certainly he has said he would pardon the January 6 defendants, and we'll see if that's what he actually does once he's in the office.
Rick Pildes, thank you very much for joining us and being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.